Well, there you go. It's another edition of The Nest, and we're talking about that. The Confluence Conference is once again upon us later this week at the Chevy Bricktown Events Center. Dave Morris here alongside my friends Sarah Hoffman, Kaitlyn Bullard, and David Christopher. Great to see you guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks. Yes, thank you so much for coming. Confluence Conference is happening this week, September 14th and 15th at the Bricktown Chevy Events Center, and it's going to be filled with the industry's top leaders, influencers, speakers, a lot of cool swag bags, great food, local venue. It's just going to be a blast this year. This is the 7th year for Confluence.
2012, I think, is when we started. Yep.
That's excellent.
So
And you started that, David, back in 2012. What was the idea behind this?
Yeah, basically we were just getting started as a digital marketing agency in earnest, really sort of investing in that.
At Big Wing, right?
At Big Wing, yes, exactly. And really looking around, there was just a need for education, on digital marketing, and a need for a community, just a place where people could come together and you could meet, talent, you could meet potential people who might hire you down the road, and really a place for that all to happen. And so Confluence really was born as the answer to those things.
And this was back in the Plaza District, right?
That's right, yeah, which I'm so fond of, the Plaza District.
It really lent itself with social media coming online and the community getting involved in that area, talking, networking.
Yes, and the Lyric, I have a theatre background. The Lyric as sort of a proscenium arch, sort of traditional stage, just worked beautifully, very intimate, and we've tried to kind of keep that flavour going, and Kaitlyn has, with really making the conference about a showcase of Oklahoma City for the folks who are coming from out of town as well. So, I'm sure Kaitlyn can tell us a lot of the cool stuff that's we've got going on this year.
Yeah, so ever since 2012, we had always tried to keep Confluence all about the local vendors. So whether that's food, shirts, swag, when we can, just showcasing some local speakers. We have about 30% local speakers, and then about 70% coming in from all over the country. But at the end of the day, like David said, it's about showing off our city, and in this case, Bricktown. We've never been in Bricktown before, so we're excited to be at
New
Chevy.
venue, bigger space.
Yes, Chevy Bricktown Events Center is a great venue. It's going to be a different feel than we've had before, but I think it'll be great for networking. There's a little more space to walk around, so we're going to really try to feature that part of it this year.
It's been in Will Rogers, I think, the past couple of years, which was also a great space.
And that's excellent that you can, involve so many local speakers and give them an opportunity to take the stage. I know I was asked to speak last year, and it was a most incredible event for me and a great opportunity for networking. And I'd never thought that when I started at Big Wing as a social media specialist that I would take the stage at Confluence. So it's wonderful to give local people, as well as these top national influencers, a chance to take the stage at Confluence.
Yeah, it's something of a springboard potentially for people. There's a whole network of events like this across the country, and Confluence has a name amongst them. So you can go on from here and you can go and speak at events on either coast and some really big names amongst some big names. So I think that's a really important part of it too.
Yeah, great speakers from around the country are really starting to seek us out. Obviously when you're starting a conference, you have to go after people and try to get some people that you'd like to see come, but this year we had so many great speaker applications and it was really hard to choose. So we were fortunate that people are really starting to recognize their name in the industry. So,
who should we be looking for this year? It's Thursday and Friday down in Bricktown, as we mentioned, and it's a full day of activity both days.
Great.
So, who are you guys looking forward to hearing?
Well, looking forward to hearing David.
So, wow.
David is one of our speakers.
And you always do a fantastic job, very entertaining on stage as well.
Thank you, yeah.
It's mostly the accent.
Exactly, yeah.
And jokes and bad jokes.
Right.
80% accent, 15% jokes, but the 5% though is great content.
It's also classic content. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to speaking, of course, but last year I learned a ton about Facebook ads, and that's something that we're doing a lot this year at Tailwind, where I'm the director of marketing. And so Damon was fantastic last year, and he's going to be coming back doing more about Facebook ads. And really the thing that he sort of illuminated for me was the concept of a funnel within Facebook and how to build out that funnel with your ads so you're hitting the right people at the right time with the right ads to get them to point of purchase. And I want to hear more of that. this year, personally.
Smart business practices.
Right. I'm personally excited to hear Lindsay Lachelle. She's going to speak on analytics, and then Rebecca Vidakovich is going to speak on email. And analytics and email are two topics that we've never had at Confluence before. So as the world of digital marketing evolves, and those are, must-know skills for somebody, especially working at an agency, or even in-house, you have to know how to analyze your content and make sure it's performing well, and then growing your email list. So I'm really excited to hear those ladies speak on those topics.
Excellent. So. I'm excited to hear our former colleague and friend Ruth Burr-Reedy. She's fantastic.
She drops knowledge like crazy.
Yeah, so she'll be delivering some SEO and analytics topics this year, and she's just always fantastic and so much fun. So, and a good friend of mine, so I'm stoked that she's presenting again this year.
All right, final question for you guys. We see the logo behind us, the fancy looking logo there. What's with the theme this year?
So we had fun with the theme this year. We went with 80s Back to the Future of Digital, and the reason we did that is kind of twofold.
It's an interesting concept.
Well, the 80s are fun.
Right, because there was no social media or digital in the 80s, so how does that work?
So yes, but there's no digital in the 80s, of course, but the 80s were like the heyday of print advertising, and when the Mac ads came out, and just iconic ads of the 80s. And so we wanted to see what was it about those iconic ads of the 80s that made them work so well, and how can we apply that today? So that was kind of our thought process, is going back to the concepts that really worked back then, and applying those concepts to a different kind of advertising. So
it's definitely very visually striking.
I have a fun question, David. So you're a Tailwind Pinterest company. If you had a Pinterest board in the 80s, what would it comprise of?
Well, it would be men's fashion, and so it would be a lot
Neon.
of day glow, like running outfits and headbands, and actually, I think it would mostly be short shorts.
Athleisure.
Yeah, exactly. Athleisure. There we go.
Excellent. What about you, Kaitlyn?
I'd probably have to go with some workouts, some jazzercise workouts that we're going to be doing. So.
Leg warmers? Is that what we're talking about?
Leg warmers, scrunchies, the whole bit.
Gotcha.
So the
slap
leggings,
bracelets.
yes.
Miss those.
Yes.
It's all about the music, though, right? The 80s?
Absolutely. And we're going to have great
bands?
music this year. The Chevy Events Center has wonderful speaker systems, so we're going to have some good music and some fun this year. And we hope you guys can all join us.
You can find more information. They have a website, of course, confluenceconference.org. Catch up with these guys Thursday and Friday down there at the Chevy Bricktown Events Center. Guys, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck with this year's event.
Thank you.
Thank you.